Hey y'all, picture this. It's a sweaty Tuesday evening in Maple Grove, a quiet little suburb just outside Atlanta, and all I want after a grueling day hauling drywall under the Georgia Sunnis to stand under a hot shower, let the steam melt my aches away, and maybe hum a little Stevie Wonder to feel human again. I'm Marcus Reed, just a regular guy, married to my high school sweetheart, Tanya, who's out saving lives as a nurse. But instead of my moment of peace, I'm about to star in a real-life drama that'd make reality TV look tame because some HOA tyrant decided my shower was a threat to civilization. Buckle up, because this story's got it all. Break-ins, racism, police standoffs, and a neighborhood that went from sleepy to viral overnight. It all started around 7:30 p.m. I'm lathering up, water's pounding my shoulders, when I hear the front door creak odd, since Tanya's not due home for hours. Then, heavy footsteps, like someone's pacing my living room with purpose. Before I can process it, my bathroom door flies open, and through the fogged-up shower glass, I see this woman bleached hair in a tight bun, decked out in a lime green tracksuit that screams, "I spent too much at Nordstrom." She's got her hands on her hips, foot-tapping like she's caught me smuggling contraband. "Excuse me, young man, what do you think you're doing?" she barks. I nearly slip on the tile, shampoo stinging my eyes, thinking, "Young man? Lady, I'm 34, and this is my house." "Ma'am, I'm showering," I say, trying to keep my cool while reaching for a towel. "Who are you, and how'd you get in here?" She puffs up, all self-righteous, and declares, "I'm Lorraine Baxter, Maple Grove HOA enforcement officer, and I have a master key for emergencies." Emergencies? I'm baffled. What emergency? Me washing off a day's worth of sweat. She whips out a laminated sheet, laminated, like she's been waiting her whole life for this moment, and starts quoting some nonsense rule about excessive water use after 7 p.m. Apparently, my shower's disrupting the neighborhood's tranquility. I'm standing there, towel around my waist, dripping on my floor, wondering if I've slipped into some alternate universe where basic hygiene's a crime. Then it gets worse. Lorraine's face twists, and she snaps, "You people need to learn how to respect our rules." You people. The words hit like a punch. I clench my jaw, keeping my voice steady. "What exactly do you mean by you people, Mrs. Baxter?" She stammers, backpedaling, but the damage is done. I'm not just some guy taking a shower anymore. I am a black man in her pristine neighborhood, and she's decided I don't belong. I tell her to leave, but she doubles down, waving her rulebook like a weapon, screaming about her authority. When I mention calling the cops, her eyes light up like she's won the lottery. "Go ahead," she sneers, and before I can blink, she's dialing 911, painting me as some threatening blackmail who's disturbing the peace. 20 minutes later, 2 officers show up: Officer Daniels, a gruff guy with a mustache that's seen better days, and Officer Ruiz, sharp-eyed and all business. Lorraine sprawled on my couch like she owns the place, still clutching her laminated bylaws, muttering about property values. I'm in jeans and a t-shirt now, trying to explain to the cops that this woman broke into my house because I was showering. Officer Ruiz raises an eyebrow. "Showering? That's the emergency." Lorraine jumps up, all theatrics, claiming my excessive noise and aggressive behavior scared her senseless. I can't help it, I laugh. "Aggressive?" I was humming "Isn't She Lovely" and rinsing shampoo out of my hair. Tanya bursts through the door just then, still in her scrubs, looking like she's ready to take on the world. "What in God's name is going on in my house?" she demands, zeroing in on Lorraine. When she hears the full story, her eyes narrow to slits. "Let me get this straight," she says, voice low and dangerous. "You broke into our home, walked into our bathroom while my husband was naked, and called the cops because he was cleaning himself? Lady, are you out of your damn mind?" Lorraine tries to sputter about community standards, but Tanya's not having it. "Community standards? You mean your problem with black folks living next to you? Say it with your chest." The cops finally step in, and Officer Ruiz lays it out. Lorraine's master key doesn't give her the right to barge into private homes. "Ma'am, that's called trespassing," she says, flipping through Lorraine's bylaws. "These don't override state law." Lorraine's face goes from red to purple, but she's still arguing as the officers escort her out, promising to take this to the HOA board. Tanya and I collapse on the couch, half laughing, half shocked. "Baby," she says, shaking her head, "we gotta move. Somewhere with no HOAs, no Karens, no laminated rulebooks." But this was just the beginning. Tanya, who's got a knack for storytelling, posts the whole saga on Twitter with shower scandal, and by morning, It's everywhere, retweeted thousands of times, picked up by local news, even trending on TikTok. Our quiet street turns into a circus, with reporters camped out on our lawn and neighbors whispering over picket fences. The HOA calls an emergency meeting, and Lorraine's a no-show, probably because the internet's already memeing her into oblivion. At the meeting, we stand up, me, still reeling from the absurdity, Tanya, all fire and grace, and lay out the truth. The room's packed, not just with neighbors, but folks from across the county who saw the story online. When Tanya says, this wasn't about noisy, it was about a black family daring to exist in her neighborhood, the crowd erupts in applause. An older neighbor, Miss Clara, stands up, voice shaking but firm. Lorraine doesn't speak for us. What she did was wrong, and we're ashamed she ever had a title. You'd think that'd be the end of it, but Lorraine wasn't done. Over the weekend, she's knocking on doors, trying to rally a petition to evict us for undermining community values. She even plants a sign in our yard, big, ugly letters screaming, disruptive residents, HOA violations. Tanya finds it first and calls me home from a job site. I pull up, see her on the porch, arms crossed, staring at that sign like it's a personal insult. Inside's worse, a fake violation notice taped to our door, listing crimes like excessive shower duration and inappropriate vocal performances. Tanya's livid. She's citing you for humming, Marcus. Humming. I can't help but laugh at the last one. Failure to respect established social order. It's not even subtle anymore. Miss Clara shows up with gardening shears, snapping pics for the police. Don't touch that sign, she warns. This is evidence. Sure enough, Lorraine picks the worst moment to strut down our driveway, clipboard in hand, pink tracksuit glowing like a neon sign. I'm documenting further violations, she announces, pointing at our flower beds. Unauthorized petunias. Tanya's jaw drops. Petunias? From Home Depot? Are you serious? Lorraine scribbles furiously, muttering about curb appeal standards. Miss Clara's had enough. Lorraine, you're not an authority, you're a busybody with a grudge. Take your nonsense somewhere else. Right then, Officer Ruiz rolls up, and Lorraine's smug grin fades fast. Turns out, the HOA fired her days ago, and her emergency powers were a fantasy. She misread the bylaws, which protect our right to shower in peace. As the cops cuff her for harassment and trespassing, she's screaming about conspiracies and neighborhood ruin. Tanya leans over to me, whispering, she's her own worst enemy. 3 months later, I'm on our back deck, sipping a beer, watching the sunset. Tanya plops down with her laptop, grinning ear to ear. Check this out, she says, showing me a headline. HOA Karen sentenced, jail, community service, and diversity training. Lorraine got 6 months in county, 200 hours cleaning up parks, and a 5-year restraining order. The HOA's revamped, with Ms. Clara as president, and they've got a new bathroom privacy rule that's practically framed in gold. Our lawsuit was big enough to pay off the house and start a college fund for the kids we'll have someday. Best of all, Maple Grove's different now. Families of all kinds are moving in, kids are playing together, and neighbors wave instead of spying. Here's the kicker. Lorraine's still out there, banned from apartments for trying to police laundry rooms, last seen in Arizona with a 40-slide PowerPoint on pool violations. Some folks never learn. But us? We're stronger, our marriage, our home, our place in this world. Lorraine thought she could break us, but she built us a community instead. So what do y'all think? Ever dealt with an HOA horror story or a neighbor who thought they ran the show? Drop it in the comments. I am reading every one. Hit that like button if your team shower in peace, and subscribe for more real-life craziness. Let's keep the conversation going. What's the wildest thing someone's tried to control in your neighborhood?